So, namaste. I start all my yoga classes with an intention, and this time, intention is something which comes to me when I'm thinking about that class, and these all stuff comes with all the practices which I do. Before this lockdown started happening, I thought, what should I do and how should I? People were buying food. Definitely, I've got a family to run, so I bought some food too. Not like crazy, but yes, I bought some food and everything. But at the same time, I bought few books, and I bought a lot of books from Krishna. So these were the books which I bought. I bought some colors. I bought some pen and pencil because that is something which I do every day. So this was my notebook. I finished my first morning pages, which I was writing. So this I started. I think the date on this one is 12th. So for 12th April, I started this new one. So this morning I was writing something, and sometimes whenever I talk about and I post on my social media thing, it comes to me that day, and mostly it comes to me in the morning. So this is something which is very beautiful, which came to me because when I start writing early morning, so definitely we go to our past, how was our day, and we write about it. So, and my intention really when I flow in my own practice also, or I'm teaching a class, it flows like that. And as a yoga teacher, we are struggling too with having students there, because I'm not blaming students, and I think none of the teachers should blame their teaching also, because they are good in what they do if they really honestly practice and honestly want to give to students, but we are not in that mindset. So for me, if there is no one in the class also, in online class, trust me, believe my word that I still run an hour of a class. So since this lockdown, I have done 20 hours just teaching, yeah. Whether the students are there or not, it doesn't matter, because for me, I'm a yoga teacher and I'm a coach, and I love sharing my experience. I love sharing my teaching. I love sharing what I have learned from different teachers, and this is how I practice my daily life. So this is something which I wrote, and it's really touched my heart, and I thought it might matter to you too, if you are looking at some rope or some hope or trust. And this is beautiful what I felt when I wrote, and I felt really good about it. So it was not a great day. So I started my morning page like that, but was okay. Okay day. I showed up to life as I was slightly broken, slightly done. So you can feel that. We all are feeling that. I stood tall in the storm and chaos. I pushed away sadness and faced it bravely. I did my responsibility and moved beautifully. I did shine with my broken heart. My spirit to honor this life was there at all times. So no matter what it is, to show up in your game, to show up in your yoga practice, to show up in anything, it's the spirit what you cultivate, the spirit with what you feed, and that would come up. So my spirit to honor this life was there at all time. No, I would not say this was okay day. I must say this was brave and courageous day. So when we say that, it's a okay day, sometimes we have to remind that it's the bravest and courageous day. No matter, you would not get cheer for this from others. You would not get fame. You would not get anything, but just showing up in day-to-day practice or day-to-day thing what you do. Like a young mom or a father who is taking responsibility of young children. The old person who is really taking a brave step to go and take a shower, change his clothes and do something so that they can move. And at this time, when you would see these things, this act of bravery, I would say, these are the act of bravery which is made each day by your own spirit. how you see the life. And anyone can be at their best and flow when things are great, but few can stand and flow just with their own spirit. So we can do better when everything is really flowing in our life, everything is okay. But it's really bravery and courageous effort on your spirit when you show up, when you are really you are broken, you are not feeling okay, but you still take that responsibility, you still take those practices. I must say it was a courageous day. I felt belonged and loved at the end. I realized nothing can hold this power for you except you are the one that can hold this light inside you. So this power of showing up, no one can hold that light for you except you. And that's that I realize, and that most of us who are showing up, and you all are showing up in a way. So this is what I realized. I must say this was the courageous and the bravest day. Can you see how I started with okay? And my writing flows, and it says I was not writing it for this purpose that I would share my morning pages with you all, but this is how I felt and how my conversation with me changed to brave and courage. We count days when we have success, joy, happiness, but we always forget to count these type of days, which are the days which makes the foundation for those days, which we feel proud of, or the world cheer on us. So when we are noticed for who we are, when we are noticed for our action and our work and our experiences, whatever it is, people just see that what I'm offering now at this moment. If people would respond to this videos, they will just see this, but they don't see the struggle of each day when people, like common people like us, we show up each day, and each of us do it in a way. So and this is how we gather courage and brave, and this is how we appear to in front of the world. And it looks, to some it looks like we have just jumped, but no, we didn't jump. Each day we wake up, we checked in, and we become part of who we are. In this big universe, maybe we are a dot, but we matters. It is not easy to do things and show up in life when things are falling apart. It's a practice and an act which we master slowly, but just showing up in our days like this. So this is the essence of this. So it's the practice. It's daily rituals. It's daily thing when we show up in our game, show up in this arena. So people might criticize you for doing this type of stuff. Sometimes people say, oh, you can't be all the time positive. I'm not saying that 100% I am positive all the time. But the thing is, this is how every day when we don't attach ourselves to anything what is in past or future, or to any criticism or any judgment, or anything which is our inner self-talk, that don't do it, you're not feeling, but still this is a practice, and this is how we show up. It's need encouragement from not anyone else except you. And this is what it is. It's need encouragement from you, no one else. It needs encouragement from you because you have shown up in your game. And you have to pat your back and say, it was an amazing day. You showed up. So when you must have read about Brene Brown. So when she talks that the courage is something when people are in the arena and they are playing, they are in the game. Yeah. So who matters in that? The people who matters who are in the arena. Yeah. And rest of is if you get criticism or anything. So each day, whether it's making a bread, whether it's doing homework with your children, whether it's for an old person, just coming out of the bed and changing his clothes, whether for an old person just making a stroll in his garden and picking up some leaves, whether for a child who has no school or anything, but he still sits and color. So for a person like us, for teachers who has no student in front of their class, but still they show up and they do their practice. They run their classes for whole an hour and 60 minutes or 90 minutes. That courage, that is bravery. And I was talking to another yoga teacher and I said, I always feel that every hour which I'm giving here, practicing or teaching a class, and I don't look at my screen how many people have joined, but what I feel is this is making me a better teacher, So this is how things fold. This is very unknown thing, and this is how the plant works. This is how a beautiful garden comes out, because there are so many underlying things which happens. Nobody noticed that, and that's how a caterpillar becomes butterfly. But the struggle of the caterpillar, or the struggle of a seed, or the struggle of days like this matters, and that is bravery and that is courage. So this is what I'm going to do next for my yoga practice, how I embody this courage and bravery in my yoga movement here. Namaste for listening, and hope you like it. If you like it, share with more people. It's not, I'm not doing it for a purpose to get anything very bigger. I would deserve, I would get what I really deserve in this world. Yeah, I know this very well. But the thing is, if it can change someone, if it can give hope to someone, why not? Thank you. Bye-bye from Deep Love. Love you all. Hope your days was really courageous and